Do you like that you're making money because the market keeps hitting all-time highs, but at the same time, you're a little nervous because you think the market could crash? Anytime we're at an all-time high, we are just as likely for the market to crash. So although I think we should always go with the trend to make money, it would be wise of us to make sure we have hedges on. I've been talking about a lot of different hedges we can put on recently on my YouTube channel, but a lot of people have been saying, Austin, these hedges cost thousands of dollars. Is there a hedge that I can put on that's cheaper? Well, if you have a smaller account and you want to hedge your account because you feel like the next World War III or something catastrophic is right around the corner and you want to protect your account but you don't have that much money, I'm going to show you exactly how to get thousands of dollars of downside protection for just a few $100s. So let me walk you through in this video how a small account can hedge their account too. So where is hedging most needed? So if we look at the market right here, this is the S&P 500. Hedging is most needed when the market is making all-time highs, which is the level we are at right now. Why? Because every time we hit an all-time level or an all-time high, then the market not only has the ability to trend up higher and faster and make us a lot of money, but at the same time, it has the greatest potential of reversing. We can see here in 2022, we can see here in 2020 with the COVID crash, we can see here, every time we make all-time highs, it is great for our portfolio until it isn't. So how do we hedge against these different scenarios? 2018, 2020, 2022. These are things that happen a lot, and guess what? We are now going into it again right now. So let's bring up my broker and let's talk about it. I'm showing how to hedge on futures because futures not only have the ability to give us a lot of return on the money that we're putting up because of advanced buying power called span margin, but it also gives us the ability to have a tax advantage. We are taxed less when we trade futures. So we're going to make thousands of dollars. If the market were to crash, we want to make sure that we're not paying a lot of tax on that money that we're going to make. And so because of that, I love using futures. So the way that I show it is I go on ES and I structure a hedge. Here is a very simple hedge. This is not one that I've taught, but it's just the idea of going some days out and some delta and buying a put. When you buy a put, as the market drops, the put goes up in value, and it could even be dramatically. It could go up 1x, 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x. It could go up in value just by the market dropping. But if we can see here, to buy this put, it costs $10,600. Okay, so it costs $10,000 of our money to put on this trade. Now, the next question is, if I have to put up $10,000, how much money am I going to make if the market drops? So let me show you. If the market keeps dropping like this, you can see here, I can start making $10,000. I can make 17, 26, 30, 32, 35,000, $50,000 if the market drops. So again, you can see here that this gives us a huge potential. Yeah, we have to put up $10,000, but we have the chance to make 5x our money if the market starts crashing. And so again, a lot of people will be like, Austin, it's a great payoff, but I don't have $10,000. Totally understand. I was where you were, and it was hard to trade different types of strategies, but I want to show you how you can trade futures and hedge even if you have a small account. And the secret is called MES, micro futures. Guys, if we check out micro futures, they're the exact same as the main asset, but are a tenth of the price. So if we go here, we go roughly to 30 days out, the same thing we just did, 30 delta put. If we buy that for the downside protection, now instead of spending $10,000, we only need to spend $1,000. And so just like that, we've dropped our buying power by a tenth. And if we look at the curve where the profit is, not only that, but we can still have upwards of $1,000 return, if not even more, up to 1,200. And guys, this is the amazing part. Oops, I didn't zoom out, that's why. You can see here up to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 profit from this return, and now we only need 1,000 instead of 10,000. So now that you know that MES is the secret weapon for small accounts, let me show you my favorite hedges using MES. So diving into it, how do we structure these hedges? Well, if I come in here, the first hedge I like is a Sweet Bobby hedge. This is one that you can put on once a month, and it will actually prevent a lot of downside risk for any other trades you currently have open. So a once a month trade, we're going to go out to roughly the 90-day mark. So this is 84 days out. We're going to go in here, and around the 15 delta, what we're going to do is we're going to sell 2 of these. We're going to sell 2. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to, the next one below, we're going to end up buying, but we're going to buy 3. So I'm going to highlight this and do one more, 3. Now, what does that look like? That looks like this. So basically, we have 3 long puts, which means that if the market drops, these 3 long puts are going to go to the moon. They're going to explode with a ton of profit. But what do we do at the same time? We sell 2 puts to offset the money that it costs. Remember, 1 put costs us about $1,000 to put on. Well, now when we structure it like this, it only takes $600 to put on this trade. But if the market were to crash, we could make $900, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,700. You can see here the beauty of this trade on MES. It only takes $600 with the ability to make 3, 4, 5 times that money. So if you have a small account, no worry, do MES, this sweet Bobby Hedge. It will set you up great. So again, this is something you put on once a month, and it can help cover your downside protection. Even if you have other trades on the ES futures, you can use the MES to hedge against it because it costs less money. All right, let's walk through another hedge. It's called a ratio spread. I really love ratio spreads when I take a 1-1-2 trade and then I take the profits from that and convert it into a ratio spread. Now, what in the world is this ratio spread that Austin is talking about? Well, if we come in here, we look at the 30 delta, we buy the 30 delta. We come out here, we can do the 10 delta, something, we'll do 10 delta for the example, and we're going to sell 2 of them. That's why it's a ratio spread, because it's like a spread, but we're a bit off even on the 1-2. So just like that. Now, if we look at the curve, what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at this right here. The buying power, guys, for this trade is only $160. Do you see that? It only takes $160 to put this one trade on, and it gives me up to $1,500 of protection. That is 10 times my money in protection. So guys, if you have a small account and you want to hedge, this is how to do it. No money basically, and you have 10 times your money in protection. So that is why I like putting on these hedges on MES for small accounts. So we can see here that again, as the market drops past the long put that we bought, then again we'll make $270, $500, $700, $1,000, $1,200, $1,600 is our max. So that is how a ratio spread is structured, just like that. Amazing trade. So again, remember that you will have the $160 loss if the market stays flat or goes basically nowhere to the downside. But again, that's why this is a great hedge to the downside when we're at all-time high level, because it's a cheap thing to put on, and it will give us great downside protection if that were to come our way. Anyways, guys, this is how I would hedge a small account. This is how I recommend you do it. If you want to learn more about how I trade options, selling, and hedges, please join my free school community. Link to join this community is down below. It says options trading auto trader waitlist. Click on that link, watch the video, learn about what I'm working on, and you can get free access to this community with 232 members, which we've had in the first 7 days of opening this program. It's free. You have classrooms with different courses. You have a community that's very, very active here. If you want to join a thriving option selling community to learn how to make monthly income, to retire your spouse, to help your parents, whatever it is, this is the community for you. All right, guys, see you in the next video.